us each week for some booze-free banter about life without booze.
If you're entertaining the idea of cutting back your booze by a day, a week, a month, or for the rest of your life, we would love for you to tune in.
Buckle up and come along for a ride that may just change your life. Please note that some of the conversations we have may be triggering. Please reach out to your local support service in Australia. That's Lifeline 131114. Psst, and they say,
Psst, hey Breezer.
Did you know that Altina non-alc botanically built wines are delicious, natural, plant-based, gluten-free, vegan, cruelty-free, and Australian-made?
They are all my favourite frees.
Massive tickety-boo in the free department.
Seriously, it's so important for the gluten-free vegetarians, which I am, and they're vegan and Australian-made. It is just the go-to, and it just makes it. It's a beautiful peace of mind to have such a delicious native Australian product that is just good for the belly.
Good for the belly and unreal to taste as well.
Oh, so delish.
We are obsessed.
Yep.
I feel like if Altina had a Tinder profile and you were on Tinder, you'd be swiping right?
Yes. Super like.
Yeah. Thank you, Altina. Jump online, look up Altina drinks to buy your delicious Altina. Well done, Altina.
Thanks, Altina.
Meso.
Freezer. Shut and shut. Tell us about your party hat.
I am sporting a party hat because tomorrow, Tuesday, the 14th of June, is my 1-year soberversary.
Yay! That's so amazing, mate. Congratulations. What an extraordinary feat.
I rated the kids like the party, like the dismal looking party sort of stash I have for them. And this party hat, I reckon, is about 5 years old.
Who's on it? Is it Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's Marvel. So we've got Iron Man, we've got the Hulk, Thor.
Well, it's quite appropriate because you've got a superpower in sobriety. You're a superpower sobriety queen. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Superhero,
woo. So, yeah, 12 months. And I'm confident, like I'm one day off, but I'm confident that I'm not going to crack today.
It's in the bag. Congratulations, mate. What an amazing effort. That's really... You need to watch YouTube.
The hat's going up soon because it's giving me absolute shit. But I suppose like it's a big deal, 12 months.
Massive deal, because most people get 12 months and go, okay, drink again. Even to get to 12 months is a massive effort. You've ridden all the waves.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
Well, I actually can't believe I've done it for starters. Like that's where I'm at.
So
but I wanted to I've written down 5 dot points. I mean, we could do a whole episode on this, but we're talking about something else today. So I just wanted to go over 5 sort of key points for our listeners that I've sort of discovered during this 12 months. First one is it's hard, but it's possible. It's so hard at times. It can be really hard at times. I actually had a discussion with a friend on the weekend and he was like, he goes, I couldn't do that. He just said I couldn't do it. So it is hard. There are times where it's super, super hard. So it's important to have a community of support people around you. You will discover, hang on, let me just change the page. You will discover the meaning of clarity.
Hallelujah.
I really don't think I didn't understand clarity until I actually experienced it. That was such a surprise and delight part of sobriety.
Mm.
You will find out who you really are. So, underneath all that booze, there is the real you. And you get to discover that. How good's that?
So amazing. It's
so
incredible.
Good.
Yeah.
Be prepared to feel your emotions. You can't numb them. And that was the biggest, toughest hurdle for me, is feeling your emotions and recognizing them and sitting with them and riding the waves of the good, the bad, the ugly emotions.
Yeah.
And no one prepared before it either, Mason. I went in naive as hell.
Blind, head first, bullet a gate.
And I think even if someone had said, oh, you feel your emotions, I'd be like, yeah, cool. But you actually got to experience feeling emotions like, whoa, buckle up.
Yeah.
And the last point I had written down is you'll find new things to do with all the spare time that you now have.
So much time.
And Drew Charles spoke about that in his pod. He's like, going to the pub and sitting there for, 6 hours doesn't fill his cup up anymore. So he finds other things to do. So you
Yeah.
find other things to do. And how good you get to experience different things in life. How good is that?
It's incredible. It's like things that you didn't think were possible, all the learnings that you've had, and to experience all that, remember it all, no blackouts, no shame, no regret.
That's coming off. That's coming off.
For those of you that aren't
Need to
watching
take a photo.
YouTube, Breeze has got, the hat is just running its own show at the moment. It doesn't want to play. But it's oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're a serious campaigner. Wow. It is just an extraordinary effort, Breezer. And from everyone, I know on behalf of all the listeners, you choosing your sobriety and sobriety journey, and then the idea of the podcast, this whole experience and your journey is helping so many more people than we would ever know. And from me and all the listeners, we are so grateful for you, because had you not taken this sobriety journey, none of us would be here.
Oh, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
True. Like this podcast wouldn't be happening if you didn't decide to go sober or to remove alcohol from your life. So you're the pillar. You are the foundation of this entire thing, of this entire journey. And to go through this with you, I'm so privileged and honoured to be buckling up side by side, going through it together. It's not easy by any means, but I certainly know that to be doing it together, we're in a really privileged position to be checking in. It's our therapy, but we honestly wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you, Breezer. So thank you. Thank you.
Straight back at you, May. So thank you for that. But the support that you have given me, and you said yes straight away with the podcast idea. And yeah, your support has been unbelievable. And because you've done this before, May. So and I still remember those words you said to me, don't go back to drinking.
But if you do, we'll be here for it too.
Yeah. And
that's okay.
That as well. I do appreciate that, because we don't want people to put pressure on themselves, do we?
No.
If you stop drinking and then get back on it, these things happen.
It's not the end of the world. No one died. Well, hopefully. Don't die.
Don't do that. But yeah, there's the only person that you feel like you're letting down is yourself.
Yeah. And
not
then
even.
You can forgive yourself for that. It's 100%. Okay. Yeah.
100%.
It's all you're doing is shifting the goalposts each time. Okay, we went for that. We'll shift the goalposts, go again.
It's all learning, isn't it, Maso?
You've done an amazing effort, Breezer, and we're so proud of you. How are you feeling now?
Oh, I still can't believe it that I've done a year without booze. I'm still in the I spoke to you a few months ago, mate, so the deals are still coming in big and fast.
That's the latest. The human. Yeah, feed it up. I want to hear it.
So the latest one, and I caught myself like thinking about it going, you absolute wanker. So my latest deal is I'll just drink when the kids aren't around. So do you want me to tell you how that would look like?
Yeah,
that would be every second weekend, Breezer getting blind.
I love how you've gone. It's not just a little tipple, it's Breezer getting blind. Like you've really just lifted the lid off it. And I caught myself thinking about that particular deal, going, you dickhead, that's how your drinking looked like before you stopped drinking. Like, I just was shaking my head. Because I was thinking, that generational change, I don't want them to see me drinking and having my life soaked in booze. So I'll just do it when they're not around. But then the other thing I thought of, Maso, is then I'm tired and grumpy on the Monday. So my parenting is just down the gurgler. So it's that whole ripple effect, isn't it? Yeah.
So I can't believe I was thinking that.
Yeah, you're only human. It's a natural thing to do. Like, I miss getting trashed.
Yeah, same.
I do. I miss being real loose and leery and, getting right off and doing stupid shit because it's funny.
I know. I'm exactly the same as you, May. So I think because we did enjoy those times.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I love that. I love your honesty with that. And also shout out to Booze Free Dad for his little generational change hashtag.
Yes. He's done some great content recently. So jump on board his Insta, peeps.
Yeah.
Booze Free Dad.
Booze Free Dad. Breezer, just an amazing effort. I'm glad that you can be open about those deals because we all do them.
Yeah, good. That's good to know.
Everyone
have you got any deals on the table at the moment?
Oh, well, so
it's coming to the surface.
You'll hear me talk about it. Is actually we spoke about it with Ben Lomas, and I don't know whether that's last week or this week coming up.
Yeah, it's happened, I think.
Yeah. Just about buying weed, looking for that mood changer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And seriously thought, oh, yeah, I could, just have a little bit of weed to, escape the emotions, but just went, no, if you do that, you'll start doing it. The same thing will start again. The cycle will start again. You'll have your edibles earlier in the day. You're just replacing one habit or one addiction with another.
Yeah. But have you almost justified it, Meso? Because straight away when you said that, in my head, I'm like, but it's not booze. Like, I'm like, like a whole pass.
It doesn't count. Yeah. Anyway, just so you know, no, haven't had any edibles. No, not having the chills, keeping it clean.
Keeping it clean. How's it going? How's your week?
Yeah. Oh, I'm back.
Oh, Meso.
I am bloody back. I'm so happy. Can I tell you? And I will give you a recommendation. But if you are have you ever had any Reiki healing, distance healing, or anything like that?
So Fifi does.
Yes.
Yes.
Let it be with Fee. And if you're in Darwin, get to her wellness hub. We love you, Fee.
Love you, Fifi.
It is extraordinary. So Holly Jones, find her at Love Thy Spirit. Show notes. She's amazing. I worked with Holly years ago at Virgin Australia, and then she followed a path into spirituality. I have had Reiki and guided healings with her before, and it's been amazing. She is actually in Queensland now. Last Friday, and I've had this appointment kicking about for a bit actually, but I kept putting it off or cancelling it, or it kept getting rescheduled for whatever reason. And it's all about divine timing. It's all about being open to the right timing. Anyway, an hour session, I just laid down. I did various few things prior to this healing, wrote a letter of what I wanted to let go of. You put your calming music on, have your crystals if you want to, incense, candle. Then she'll message you, just say, we're ready to go. And then she will just do her healing. Now, I can't feel anything, or I did feel little bits of pangs throughout my body, which is just extraordinary. I'm like, how are you even doing this? It's nuts. Like, I didn't fit. And after the session, I didn't feel anything. But that night, I had a shocking night's sleep. But the next day, and then I felt so free. I felt free. I'd let go. Oh, it was like she'd given me a spring cleaning, cleared the space. I've got my spark back, renewal. I'm out of my rut. Like, I'm out of my rut. Yes. So there's healing and restoration. And like, because I was open to it and that level of readiness, I was ready for it. And what else can I say? Like, I'm not walking around now with my heart just in a million pieces out there to the world. Like, the last few episodes I've just been choking up and really emotional and really, really struggling. But it's just, I can't even describe it. I cannot recommend it more highly. And just like even basic tasks, like I talked to you about having anxiety, and I was just overwhelmed by basic tasks. I was just getting through. I couldn't take on any more information because I was just, the grief was just, ugh. And because I didn't have a voice, I couldn't be heard or seen because of the ghosting and stuff. Like, it's just, I was in a depressive state as well. Like, for the first time ever, like I cleaned the defrosted the freezer and cleaned the fridge out. Like, that was a big deal. Do you know what I mean? I haven't done that for months. Like, it's basic things. Didn't have the motivation. Anyway, she's cleared the fog. I'm back, and, God bless Ty, but I feel like I'm back. I'm excited for the future now. What that looks like. Instead of, I thought the future was really bleak. Yeah, because I had to. It's massive, and I've had such amazing messages of support from all our listeners about everything that has happened with Ty, and we don't hate Ty. We all still, we still love him, but this is the way that it was meant to go. So, thank you, everyone. It's been extraordinary. So get some open healing in your life. I feel happy.
I can see it. You look different, Meso. Like, you've got that sparkle back.
I have. I really have.
Which is your brand. You know, that sparkly, that sparkly chick.
Thanks, Breezer.
I think it's fair to say, Meso.
Go.
You are up and about.
Yeah. Touche. I actually really am. Yeah, thanks,
Well done. Well, I think it's time to celebrate you being up and about, me being 1 year sober in about 24 hours, 12 hours.
Yes.
But I'm running the bottle of Altina. I ran out of cans.
Oh, you're on the bottle, on the big
I've
bag.
been
Well,
like-
you can for your birthday.
I just have a wrong neck of Altina.
Wrong neck.
Did I say wrong neck?
Wrong neck.
For you grammar police, long neck.
I'm sticking with wrong neck.
But long neck Altina. What are you going to run with?
The Le Blanc.
Blanc.
Le Blanc. Yeah, love. Little can, little cheeky canage.
Nice. And Altina have their mulled wine. at the
Oh,
moment.
my Lord.
OMG. Don't we love mulled wine? Like, hello. So it says Sanskrit. You can buy a little pack on their website. It looks absolutely divine. So winter, get in nice and warm for the winter months ahead.
Love it. Righto.
Shame.
You gotta have shame on your name. Shame on your name. You gotta figure it out.
I've got another title.
The title campaign. We're going to have bumper stickers. I love
I was
it.
a bit, I don't know, I was a bit funny about saying it. I'm like, you know what? Just put it out there. Be vulnerable.
Is there anything? There's nothing we won't touch or say. It's just open slather.
Okay, so the title of this is Pills, Drills, and Saturday Thrills.
Love it already.
Okay, so buckle up.
Go.
So this was, I would have been around 28 years old, a couple of years ago. And
Last week.
last week was at a friend's wedding. So I had a wedding and it was a Friday wedding. How good are Friday weddings?
Oh, I love a Friday
Thursday.
wedding.
And my mentality, my mindset used to be Friday wedding, unreal, tie one on Friday, go through the Saturday, recover on Sunday. And so you're fresh for Monday. So you still get your 2 solid. I know you're thinking you could keep going Sunday.
Correct.
That's like, I'm talking, you're not sleeping Friday night, Saturday. Like I don't know. I couldn't stay up for more than 3 days without sleep. I could do 2 days, but 3 days is a stretch. Anyway, so Friday wedding, it was at Morrison's Winery in Echuca, and they have this amazing wine called Pink Fronty.
Oh,
So
sounds like your drink.
It's delicious. Yeah, it's so delicious. So I was hooking into Pink Fronty. Great, great wedding, fun times. And then there was a group of us all staying in these cabins on the Murray River.
Mm-hmm.
So we all piled back to the caravan park and, of course, kicked on and really gave it a red hot crack. Had a fire going. It was great. Good times. So me and this other girl, we had just sort of partnered up, and so she was a friend, but we just got in that really mischievous mood and we were on fire.
Yes, I love it.
It was the such and such and Breezer show, and we were there probably to annoy the piss out of everyone, but it was all about us. Anyway, so the night rolls on, the morning, sun comes up, everyone's still, there's probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 of us still going at this stage. And I don't know about you, Maso, but and it doesn't matter if I'm just out and about or if I'm at a function or wherever I am, I like to go on tour. I like to just, walk
On
around the whole
adventure.
joint. Yeah. If you're at the races in a marquee, you're only in that area. So I'm like, no, I need to venture out. I need to go on tour and just see what's happening, around the joint.
Might be something more fun going on.
Yeah. Just get mingling.
Yeah.
So I would say at this stage, it's mid-morning. That's probably a 10 a.m. Breezer wants to go on tour. So me and this other girl, so we go on tour around the caravan park.
Yeah.
So you can sort of imagine what sort of state we're in. And bugging me dead, we stumble across the SES that are doing a training drill at the caravan park.
Yes.
So we thought we'd hit the bloody jackpot. So we, nuzzle our way over there and try and get involved in their training drill.
Yes. Absolute pests.
Absolute pests. They were on the river about to do go canoeing or something. So we're there, we're talking to the drill sergeant, whoever is who's, running this session of volunteers. We're there trying to get involved. And when you're off your face, and then you realise that other people aren't on your level. I had that moment of, oh God, bail, abort mission. They think we're absolute dickheads. Get out of there. So
Yes.
we ended up scramming. Like we thought it was hilarious. They were probably thinking, who the heck are these absolute washed up, whore bags? So we ended up going back to where we were playing and went to bed on the Saturday night. But yeah, I look back at that and I'm just like, what are these people thinking? Like they thought it was funny at the start, we were there, and then we're just being pissed.
Yeah, there's funny and then there's overstaying your welcome.
Yeah, and we definitely hit that mark.
And then some.
And I do remember waking up the next day going, haha, it was funny, but they're going, oh, that's really shit thing to do.
They're volunteers.
They're volunteers and they're doing great things in our community, and yeah, we're there trying to bloody disrupt it, hijack their event. Sorry to all the SCS volunteers. You do a great job, and I am sorry if you didn't, fine tune your kayaking skills that day.
Oh, mate, thanks for sharing. That would have been quite funny, but I have no doubt there would have been people going, what the fuck have we got here? Who are these cyclone girls that have got tornadoes?
Pretty much.
Hurricane chicks. Oh, funny. Well, thanks for the public apology. Love that.
Yeah, always good to do one of those.
Yeah. I don't know. We should just start the show with a public apology.
Or do a whole ep on a public apology. Get our listeners, if they want to say sorry to someone, jump on board.
There's something in that, isn't there?
There is. We'll park that. I'm writing it down as we speak.
Write it down. Public apology ep. Yes, I love it, mate. Okay, so UK, where all the best work happens.
Oh gosh, another one.
Yeah. Loved a house party. How much did you love it? And they were huge in the UK. And I don't. If you haven't been to the UK, house parties are just come around, put your stereo or your iPod on. They've got DJs and massive speakers. And this particular night, it was actually my friend and I. We actually started charging people to come in, like a door entry fee. Oh, friends of ours that were, that we're on van tour with.
Yeah.
So we made a bit of coin, which was pretty good.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah. People were paying. They wanted to come in. It was really famous house parties. Anyway, I don't know what happens. If we're sitting around sober, we're not breaking glasses, are we?
No. Shit, no.
Like nothing's breaking.
No.
But
if it is, it's an accident.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, quick, clean it up. Well, no. When you're wasted, and they're pint glasses in the UK as well, like everything's pint glasses. So there's a lot more glass kicking around the floor. So instead of cleaning up the glass, I just told everyone to put shoes on.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, don't worry about cleaning up. Just put shoes on because we're all, it's hot summer and everyone's wearing thongs and stuff. No, so everyone runs upstairs and puts shoes on instead of cleaning it up.
Sorry, but I can just imagine you doing that, mate. Sorry. Who was breaking the glasses?
Well, it just naturally
everyone.
happened. Just drunken stupor where just glasses get broken. But I didn't want the party to finish or pull up or anyone have to be serious and clean up. In fact, this is so shit by me. Whenever someone would start cleaning up around me, I'd be real filthy on them going, they're wrecking the party.
Yeah.
Like you're about. Did you feel like that too?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Don't start cleaning up.
Don't start cleaning up. No.
Don't.
Sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
Step away from the spray and wipe. No, you don't want that.
No. So I was not cleaning wasn't even an option. It was put shoes on to protect your feet protection.
But isn't that just another example of your prefrontal cortex has switched off for the night?
Stupid.
And you're saying to put your shoes on. No one's cleaning up the glass. Leave it there. Just leave it there.
Just push it straight more into the floor in your shoes. Don't worry about the glass going through the shoes and cutting your foot. Like not even. Oh, just
did anyone come on like any claret?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
You would have just said, don't worry about it. Just put a tea towel on it.
She's right.
You'll be right, mate.
She'll be right.
Right.
Push on.
What do we say, Meso? It wouldn't have happened if we weren't having.
I love it.
Love it. Love it. Okay, Meso.
Righto. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. What are we chatting about today, mate?
We're talking about peer pressure, Breezer.
We are. And do you know what I've been getting around all week singing?
Under pressure. Really? Queen song.
All week. Yes. All week. Under
Should I
pressure.
pull it out?
Pull it out if you can find it.
Yeah.
We might get, I'm sure our listeners will know who it is, but this in being. Is that it? Where's the music? Where's the words?
Yeah, where's it? Yeah.
But legit in my
anyway.
head all week. That's what I've been, getting around singing.
Under pressure.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's
Couldn't find the lyrics. Go Google it.
Go Google it. Peer pressure and boozing. What do you know? What do you know, mate?
Well, I'm actually just going to chime in. We put this thing on Instagram for our listeners to just chime in and tell us about your peer pressure story. So I'm just going to start with this. And our listener said, thank you, P.S., by the way, thank you for chiming in. She said, I've been on both sides in the past, and I've definitely pushed people to drink and question when they didn't and didn't want more. Since being on my sober serious journey, my dad has been the biggest one to pressure me. We lived with him while we built a house, which was very difficult, and he is a daily drinker. So the struggle was very real. Recently, he has been better because I think he knows now I get fierce if he pushes.
Wow.
Yeah. And I put a poll up as well to ask listeners where they're at with whether they were whether you were, sorry, the question was, talk about yourself with that song on Under Pressure.
Under pressure. I know the question because I participated.
You did participate.
Yes.
You were a participator. So the question is, have you been pressured to drink? 20% said yes. 7% said I was and am the pressurer, and 73% all of the above. So we've both been in both camps.
Yes.
Most of us have had a bit of a pressure and copped a bit as well.
That's definitely where I sit. And as you were chatting before, May, so I was actually thinking when that SES story I shared with you, that night my friend and I were running around telling everyone, if anyone wanted to go to bed, we had a teaspoon of cement and harden the fuck up.
Yes.
So no one, we were letting no one go to bed that night. And if they were calling them all sorts of names.
Yes, terrible. Yes, piss weed, going to bed.
Yeah, soft cock.
Yeah, soft cock.
Like, how awful.
Isn't that terrible? Like when you, because you asked the genius creating these topics for us, and when you had peer pressure, I was like, I've got nothing on this. Well, turns out I do.
Pop your crown on and let's unpack it.
So I did have a little bit of a research about peer pressure and the different types of peer pressure. I don't know what you've got in your little research book over there. We're about to double up.
Yeah, we can double up, spin around, mix it up, whatever it is.
Yes. So the spoken peer pressure being when you are asked, suggest, persuaded or directed. And I used to do this, poor Ty. If he didn't want to drink, I was still saying, pressure. We'll only have one, exactly what you said. What's wrong with you? When you're telling people, I'm in sobriety or I'm not drinking anymore, what's wrong with you? Oh, why aren't you drinking?
You changed.
What would you want to do that for?
Yeah.
What are the other lines that we hear from people?
Oh, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? When you're back drinking again, we'll catch up.
Yeah. Or go on, just have one. It's my birthday. You've got to have a drink for the birthday girl. You can't. It's a wedding. You've got to have one. You've got to have a champagne to celebrate.
You've got to.
You've got to.
That's big, isn't it?
Isn't it?
And people just expect that you are going to drink.
Yeah.
And if you go against the grain, that's when that peer pressure comes.
Yeah, exactly. The unspoken peer pressure. So this is when you're exposed to actions of one or more, or left to choose if they want to or follow along. So if I'm so I think about, like, if you're out for lunch or something and we'll just have a glass of wine, but your friend comes back from the bar with a bottle.
Yep. How many times has that happened?
Every time. Every time.
Absolutely.
I remember being in situations like in the UK, if you're all sitting around and a bong's being passed around and it gets to you, are you skipping it or are you taking it?
Yeah, you're taking it.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely you are.
Yeah. Then there's direct peer pressure, where it's spoken or unspoken. So, you know, you're handed a drink without even being, or even if you want to go down the sexual advance, or you're being hit on. So you've got to make an on-the-spot decision. So you've all of a sudden got a drink in your hand. You can't really hand it back. What are you going to do with it?
Yep.
Actually, I do remember, and I'm going to name drop here. It was Lockie. I remember it was at a lock-in one night.
Lock-in with Lockie.
And there were shots at the end of the night. No one wants shots at the end of the night.
No,
but
they get the party started.
Yeah. Everyone had their shot. Lockie threw his over his shoulder.
Is that right?
Move.
Well
he
done,
knew he
Lockie.
didn't. He knew he didn't need that, and he just went over the shoulder.
Brilliant.
Isn't that good?
And I wonder what his response would have been if he had said, "Oh no, I don't want it," versus just throwing it over the shoulder.
Yeah, no, I think obviously I was the only one to see that, because no one. I was like, that was smooth, yeah.
But no one questioned him. But if he had said no, they would have been like, "Oh, come on, Lockie,
yeah, yeah." And like, even like sexual advances, obviously with consent, but you're having sex with your partner, you can't be fucked, you know, just to shut them up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of an unspoken pressure.
Yeah,
you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then there's indirect. So similar to unspoken peer pressure, where like there's gossiping and there's reactions to that gossip, or say there's a party. And I did this in the UK, where you get stuck into, say, drugs and booze to be accepted.
Mate, that's the story of my life.
Yeah, wow. Isn't that extraordinary?
Yeah. I was thinking about, you know, and sorry to cut you off, mate. So
I'm here for it.
Circle back.
Cut away.
Chop. I was like, you hit the nail on the head there, because I was thinking about peer pressure for me, and I'm like, I don't think I would do it because I was peer pressured. I wanted to do it to fit in.
And
is that peer pressure? Like, is that a form of putting pressure on yourself to fit in? Like, that's
it's indirect. Yes, that's why I felt like when you raised this topic, I was like, I don't feel like I've peer pressured anyone, and I've never felt peer pressured directly or spoken, but turns out I have, but more indirect, this whole acceptance thing to fit in. In fact, one of our listeners talks about that too. She's always felt like she needed to drink to fit in.
Yeah.
I think we all do. Turns out we all do. Everyone's hands are up.
Yeah. But you've peer pressured people before, though.
Yeah, but I pretend to think I haven't.
Even Meso doing, you know, when you used to do your
yes, yum yums.
Yeah, yum yums. That's a massive peer pressure.
That's disgusting. I'm horrified.
Share what that is.
Yeah, so I used to at the, you know, I always love to turn the party on its head, and I'd get like a big bucket or some sort of vessel, saucepan, whatever it was, and pour everyone's booze in it, just made this disgusting punch mix as well. And then I would walk around in a circle with a big spoon and say, how many are you having today? I was like Dr. Fun. And then I'd spoon feed them this drink, this potent mix of putrid alcohol, and make them have this drink so that it would get them higher. They don't want the drink, but I was pressuring them in front of everybody. But in my head, because I wanted to get high, I thought everybody else did too. Come along with me.
Yeah.
And I'm disgusted. I'm so embarrassed of myself now with that, because, you know, people don't want to get as high as I wanted to.
But I don't think people would go, oh my God, here comes Meso, she's going to start peer pressuring us.
And that's what
I don't know, because everyone's off their chops anyway.
Yeah. But that's why I thought, no, I don't peer pressure people, because I think peer pressure comes with being a bully.
Do you reckon? No.
In my head, it
sorry,
does.
I shouldn't say no, but that's really interesting that you say that.
Because I feel like peer pressure is a bit of bullying, like you're bullying people to do something that they don't particularly want to do. So I didn't class myself in that category. maybe I didn't want to admit that. I'm just too drunk to bloody realise. I don't know. But probably because it doesn't align with who I am as a person. But when you're drunk, you do stupid shit.
See, yeah, 100%. I would disagree with the fact that peer pressure is a form of bullying.
Right.
I was sort of unpacking peer pressure and looking at how peer pressure is defined and where does it come from. And obviously peer, like the word peer pressure is from your peers, but it also comes from your parents.
Yes.
It also comes from social media. It also comes from marketing.
Yes. So
it's not necessarily a bullying message, but it's a message wrapped around FOMO.
Yes, love this.
Yeah, so it's that if you don't do this, you'll have that fear of missing out.
Love that. Isn't this I love these two different lenses we brought to this.
Same. Because I hadn't even looked at it as bullying, but yes, 100% bullying from your peers, perhaps. Like that would be, that's how peer pressure would look. You know, they come on, or do it, you pussy, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think it comes from a different angle from your parents. And even that listener who said about her dad, who was saying, come on, have a drink with me, perhaps wasn't bullying, but was putting a pressure, some form of pressure, so that he would have a drinking buddy.
Yeah.
It would make him feel better about drinking on a Monday night or Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And same with social media, like, you know, us clever marketers, we put pressure on people to buy products, to buy, especially in the, you know, alcohol. Like, look at all those clever marketing campaigns we've spoken about. You know, having beers with your mates, you know, those Carlton Draft ads, Great Northern ads. It's all about that experience. And so you don't want to miss out on that. So
no.
Pressure that to do it. Like if I go away camping with cans of Coke, what are the boys going to say to me then?
Yeah.
So it's almost that thinking ahead of that potential bullying that could happen if you don't join in.
Yeah. Yes.
Perhaps.
So just take the drink.
Yeah. So just take the drink and make it easier for you.
Yeah.
In actual fact, the boys may not hang shit on you for drinking Coke.
Yeah.
Weekend.
And is that a reflection of yourself because you would give someone a hard time?
Yes, that's a great point, Meso. Because you play, you know, you play all these different stories and different scenarios out in your head, and probably none of them will come true.
Yeah, because of how you would react.
Yes, 100%.
Or maybe potentially how people have reacted before.
Or
so
experience, past experience.
Exactly. Negative peer pressure, like going against your moral code or family values. So say, for example, you either follow people or you walk away from people. So, for example, when I was flying, I remember being in Frankfurt and their crew were all off to go have drinks and whatever, and I didn't want to do that. So, but I felt pressured to go with them because if I don't, like the head noise, if you don't follow the group or you want to go away on your own, they're all like, you're weird. What are you doing? You're going by yourself. Why would you want to be alone? Actually, I do want to be alone because I don't want to talk to you. You know, I want to do my own thing.
Yeah. So
like,
why did you join that? Because of fear of missing out, or to be social, or to get to know people? What eventually?
No, I went on my own.
Oh, you went on your own?
Yeah, went on my own.
To you, mate.
Yeah, because I just didn't want to.
You weirdo.
Yes.
But my
and that's the thing. It's true though. Sorry, I'm just going to
go.
It is a big deal, particularly in aviation. I'm sure it's in lots of different industries as well. Lots of people have their own agenda when they get into a port, okay? Lots of people want to get in, eat up the whole city, get as much done as they can, or get blind. Lots of people just want to rest, stay in their room and just chill out. They don't care, or they may have been to the city a million times before, or they're just not in the mood. They might be tired. But there is that pressure to join the group, to go and drink, or, you know, it's everyone's just got to do what they bloody want to do. But there is that head noise of, I really should go. I really should be amongst it. What are they going to think of me if I don't go? But
that was a big one for me, is if I don't join in, or if I don't do that, if I don't try that, what are they going to think of me? And I think that comes with age and experience. Like, we're both in our 40s now, Meso, and the way I think now is so different to how I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit. Like, sometimes
Zero
I still
fucks.
do. I still do care what people think, but I'm caring less.
Yes, love that. Love that.
So I think you know, especially when you're in your 20s and you're still trying to find your identity and your people, you do want to join in.
Yeah.
So you're not missing out.
Yeah.
So you're probably putting pressure on yourself as opposed to that peer pressure as well.
Yeah, 100%. Even though it may go against your core values or your moral code, you still just do it to fit in. We're all just wanting to fit in and feel connected.
Yep, connection's a massive one too.
Yeah.
And I know if I was ever at a conference for work, I would always be hanging out with the boozy people. And then the next day, we'd all be chatting about the night before. And those people that went to bed, they were on the outer.
Yes. This is exactly what, and the same thing. This is what I'm talking about with flying as well. You've got this, group of, I don't know, it could even be just a small crew of 6 or a crew of 20. Whoever went out the night before, they're all going, some da-da-da-da-da. And then the little quiet ones, they've still had a nice time.
Totally.
And I'm that person, and I would actually prefer to do what I did rather than that, because you're a hot mess and you're hungover and in the toilet spewing or whatever, or you've done something shit, So it's it's your decision to do whatever you want and what's right for you. It's hard though, isn't it?
So hard. And I would have had no hope. Like, I wish I had this insight when I was in my 20s and 30s.
Same.
But I was so all about being accepted, being, and thinking of what people think of me. I was so into that I just went along with everything and didn't ever want to miss out on anything.
Just said yes to everything. Then there's positive peer pressure too, Breezer. So it's like healthy and social acceptable positive influences. Like, I don't know what it was like for you at school with, you've given it a nod.
I had the influencing down in a positive way. Yeah.
Yeah. Like at school, like people who used to study and get good grades, like all of those sort of crew, like the ducks of the school as well. Or there's like people who want to earn and save money. So there's those sort of people and pressure to do that. And I guess here with Booze Free Wants, like, we're giving that positive peer pressure
we are.
To say it's okay not to drink.
Yep. Yeah, I had that written down as well, that influencing, like calling it out, and then people get curious and want to come along for the ride for that positive influence.
Yep.
Like if they're doing it and they're getting those benefits, I want to try it.
Tell you what was interesting story. I had a friend when we first started the potty. She felt, because we were offered, she felt like she needed to be offered as well. And she felt an incredible amount of pressure she put on herself to give up the booze because we were doing the potty.
Yeah,
I had no idea. Yeah, we spoke about it recently, and I was like, oh, my God, it broke my heart that she felt like she needed to, match us, I guess, and put a real amount of pressure on herself. And it was great that she could recognise that as well. I think it's amazing that she introspection going, what was I feeling? Why was I feeling like she brought in the AF drinks and got on board and really tried to match where we were.
Yeah, right.
And we don't want people to feel like that. No. That's the biggest thing with this, with us. Our stories are very different to everybody else's, and we don't want to put in pressure on anyone to do that.
Absolutely not. You do you.
Yeah.
And like we've spoken about this before, like, we're both happy to be around people who are drinking. We're not going to go, oh, my God, they've ordered another beer. Oh, my God, look at them. They're on their 5th beer. It's only been 3 hours.
That would be, I know, I would really like to hear what people think about us and potty, and if they feel pressure from us, like if we were in a social situation, and whether you feel pressured to drink or not drink or hide your drinking around. Because another friend said the same thing to me. How do you feel about, they were really cautious about talking about drinking around me and telling me their boozy stories. And I'm like, I want to hear all of that. I want to hear how trashed you were rolling home from McDonald's with pickles on you. I want to hear all the stories. Just because I'm not drinking doesn't mean that puts me on the outer.
Yeah, correct.
But they're trying to be respectful for that, and I don't want them to feel pressured.
Absolutely not. You still want them to be able to order their, beautiful drinks and enjoy their drinks and even talk to you about that drink.
Yeah. I want to hear how hungover you were.
Yeah.
And dusty, disgusting, and ate the entire Bain Marie. I want to hear all that.
Yeah, same.
Because I still romanticize about that. I love being a slob the next day and eating whatever I wanted and being so gross.
And then like reminiscing about the night before as well.
Looking at your photos.
Yeah.
How loose and leery and silly you were.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I suppose the other thing I was pondering over, Meso, is how do you overcome peer pressure?
Yep, spot on. I had that here as well. How do you? We're same paging massive today.
I love that our train of thought is the same, but then we'll go off on different little tangents and different, thought-provoking combos. So the first point I had is find your voice to say no. Did you have it too?
Love it.
Because that's hard. Oh, my God. And I need to take some of my own advice because at the moment I'm loving the darts in social situations. Only with certain friends.
Yeah.
Because
you're a dart snob.
Yep. And whenever I am with them, I'm just like, start sniffing. And I'm like, I sell darts. And yeah, so I need to find my voice to say no. And it's not that they're peer pressuring me at all. They don't go, come on, Breeze, I have a dart.
Yeah.
They don't do that. But I put pressure on myself not to have, I don't know. I just think it's a whole ritual kind of thing almost between me and my friends. It's always been darting and drinking. Now I can have my AF drinks. Probably not going to get on the vape, but I guess I need to find my voice, not to say no to them because, as I said, they're not saying have a dart, but just to I need to even shut my voice up instead of saying, can I have a dart? Just stay silent.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. You're right. If you're looking for an answer in something, maybe there's not one. So you just, you don't have to say. And I think you've got to ask yourself what you're feeling in your body when you're triggered and feeling pressured. And, it's my health. What's important to me, sticking that booze in my head or having that cigarette and being really clear with those boundaries about what you do and don't want and having those, being prepared for that peer pressure. It's going to come in all of those things that we said, it's spoken, unspoken, direct, indirect, negative, positive. There's a whole lot of peer pressure from so many different people, media, everywhere across the board. So it's just being prepared to have those one-liners to be able to either say no, say nothing, say, no, sorry, not drinking, because I love that Ben Lomas thing, saying you're doing it for charity.
Yeah.
Because God forbid you'd want to do something for yourself, but it just cancels out any pushback. Yeah.
So how do you then, Meso, if you say no, and I'm putting you on the spot here, but how do you, if someone...
No pressure.
No pressure. Okay, so say I'm you.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Right. Shit.
and you're someone, you're just whoever.
Okay.
You can be me, you can be, take it, choose your own adventure, Mason.
Okay.
So I'm going, do you want what was your little drink that you used to have?
Num-nums.
Do you want some num-nums?
Nums. What would I say?
Yep.
If I was me or if I'm someone else?
Just someone else. If you're going to give me a no, give me a no.
You're going to say, I'm good. I'm all good.
Oh, come on. Have some num-nums. So good. Have some. Come on. Why? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? No, I'm right. Exactly.
Bullshit.
How many having? No, you're having. How many are having? How many are having?
And then you get to a point where you cave.
Yeah, because... yeah, what's it going to be like? I can already feel the embarrassment and the flush of red rising if you're in that group situation and someone's pressuring you and you're saying, no.
Because we've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Either on the receiving end or the peer pressure.
Yeah.
Peer pressuring.
No pressure.
No pressure. So say no, say it till you're black and blue in the face and walk away. Or how can we reflect it back to them?
You have it. You have mine. You have mine.
More for you.
Yep. Take two. Yep. Double up, double park. It's not for me.
Yep.
Walk away, Renee. I should find that song actually.
Oh heck. Play the tape forward. We always bang on about that. But play the tape forward. And I've been in this situation, Meso, where I've gone out, I've driven.
Yep.
Next minute, it's 2 a.m. Car's staying in town. I'm up and about. My car's having a sleepover because I didn't play the tape forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Weigh it up. Exactly. Yeah.
And get past it. It's only a split second, isn't it, where that peer pressure might be coming at you.
Yeah.
Or might
It's coming. Don't think it's not going to happen. It's coming from wherever that it's being prepared to deflect it.
Yeah.
Ching, ching, like the Padman. Ching, 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 ching.
Get your little the Marvel characters.
Yes, big one.
Get a little. Well, I would go for, if I was going to be one.
Oh, what would you go?
I'd go for Thor, because that's Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
Oh, yes.
get your hammer out, peeps, and deflect.
Deflect. Defense. Well, actually, because that's perfect. So it's No Goon with June's coming up. This is, we're in No Goon with June.
We're in No Goon. We're in No Goon in June. What was the other one? Deflect. Just deflect.
Deflect. Defense.
Oh, defense.
Is this it? Walking away.
Walk away. Yeah. I'm walking away.
Yes. There you go. Craig David.
Think of Craig David. All right. Put Craig David in your head. Put him in your back pocket if you can.
Yeah.
And if you're under that pressure, I just think, I'm walking away. What was Walk Away, Renee? That's another song, is it?
Yeah, that's Craig McLaughlin, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Look.
He's Mona. He's not Renee. Walker. I can't think of it now. But yeah,
Walk away, Renee.
I will
carry me back home.
Who sings it?
It's Rick Price.
Classic.
Classic. Walk away, Renee. Put them in your songbook.
Put them. Yep. Just grab your phone out and play your playlist.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Anytime, any walk away song, there's stacks of them.
So many.
Bust them out and just say, I am walking away.
Yep, catch her.
Call me Renee, I'm walking away.
Go to hang out with Craig David.
Craig David.
Although he what's his other song about? Took her for a drink on Monday.
Yeah.
He's got a good balance.
There's a funny story about that, actually. I'll have to get Bridgie to talk about it.
That song.
So just a quick little side note, just Ty's middle name is Craig David. So, and I was telling Bridgie about it because she's got like two middle names, or her mum's got two middle names as well. Anyway, Bridgie says, who did he have a drink with on Tuesday? And I was like flipped at thinking Ty's gone and taken someone for a drink on Tuesday.
Lost it.
Completely lost it. And then it was just all a big joke all through lockdown.
Thing.
Yeah. And became known as Craig David.
That's gold. Two middle names.
Yeah, double up. And then two letters of his actual name. They got lazy with the first name, T-Y, Ty.
Yeah, massively.
And then they made up for
double down.
Yeah.
Gold.
Put on your tidy pie.
A friend that hasn't got a middle name.
Oh, they couldn't be fucked. That's lazy.
So it gets like she's in her 40s. It gets brought up like it's.
I can't let it go.
Can't let it go. Back on track. What about it turning FOMO into JOMO?
Joy of missing out. I love this.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, Breezer.
But on the flip side,
I'm all about it.
Are you actually missing out? I think we need to flip the narrative there. Because you're not missing out. You're actually doing
gaining.
Gaining. Ooh.
So joy of gaining. Jogo. Joy of gaining.
Oh.
Joy of the game.
Yeah, joy of the game. I like the Jogo.
Jogo. What's the O?
Joy
of gaining
out.
Opportunities.
Boom! Jogo.
You've heard it here.
It's going to be trending across all your socials in June 2022.
No goon in June. We're go-joing it. It's all about it. It's your month.
What a month. What a month. And you know what?
What a time to be alive.
What a time. Spoiler alert. And we've got more information coming. You'll see it on socials. There is 2 Dry July events happening in July. that we're a part of. Buckle up. That's all I can say.
Bust your frocks out.
The end. Well, you've probably heard of it. Like, yeah, anyway, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, you'll actually have FOMO for this, for those.
Massive amount. Like next level.
So we'll retract and go Joe on that.
Go.
Just for July. See you there. Okay, keep you posted.
All right. Final one I had, Meso, was be the bigger person. I know I love that saying.
Be
the bigger person.
Defense. Massive unit. You're loving that.
Because it brings me back to, it's basketball, yeah, isn't
basketball,
it?
yeah.
Because it brings me back to like all the serious basketball players, because I'm not like, I'm like, man, basketball, but all the serious people are like, they really get into it.
That's what you can say if someone's handing you a drink as well. Defense.
You can really throw them out. Yes. I'm crying.
Same.
Oh, and do like you got to do that hand movement.
Really get into it. Can someone please tell us if you use this? Please implement.
We want footage as well.
Yes.
I didn't tissue.
Oh.
Mascara's running.
Oh, I've lost it.
Yeah, be the bigger person.
Be the giant.
Be the giant. And you know you will be proud. You'll feel proud the next day.
Yeah, I've got a song about giant too.
Oh, gosh. Do you know what song I love as a pub? Oh, hang on. Go. Oh, God.
I love that tune.
Giant.
Yeah, I am. Oh, what did you think he was singing?
Higher. I was either singing giant or higher.
He's singing giant. Actually, talking about screwed up song lyrics. Oh, that's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole other ep. Yeah, wrapping up. Defense.
Or the pad man. Ting, ting, ting. Deflect.
I think you've got this, everyone. You've got this.
Yeah.
Every event, every social outing is an opportunity for Jogo.
Exactly. And it's your body. You do what you want with it.
Yeah.
Just, do what's good for you. You do you, boo.
You do you, boo. This one is a beauty, Meso. It's from a listener.
Yep.
Who will remain anonymous. Okay. Hi, ladies. Happy to give you a social media regret, because I put a call out for a text ring on social media.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, gosh. My daughter's boyfriend's parents weren't the nicest to her when they first met, calling her all kinds of names and causing drama.
Oh.
So one evening, I got busy on social media. I slandered them on Facebook, saying they weren't parents' arseholes and needed to support their son. I also threw in some other obscenities. Wow, that's big. That's big.
She put it in a status update.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Whole status update, just bagging the absolute crap out of the potential in-laws of her daughter. Needless to say, no one was happy about it, and I copped a fair bit of shit and had to suck myself inside for a while. 3 years on, they are still together and expecting their first child. I'm yet to meet the parents face to face. That is quite funny.
Oh, that is funny.
I think
we're so righteous when we're blind, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like, just
she's not doing that sober.
No.
Two drinks in, bang. That's courage.
It's a really good idea at the time. Shit. Whoopsie daisies.
It's time for the recommendation of the week.
What you got, Breezer?
Oh, well, mate, so I have, this came about after so we've got a listener, Katie Katie. Hi, Katie.
Katie, we love you, Katie.
We love Katie. And Katie always has a little chin wag with us once a week and about the most recent ep. And a few weeks ago, she mentioned the word empathy and showing more empathy. And I was like, you know what? We say empathy so often, we talk about it, but do we actually practice it? Do we actually catch ourselves and go, here's an opportunity to show empathy?
Love that.
So this is also a recommendation for me is to, for the next, just try it for the next week, is to, if there's an opportunity, is to show someone empathy and to really take note of that opportunity and to take note of how you handle that situation.
Do you know, I absolutely love this. Love it, because people really struggle to put themselves, like, people don't actually understand what empathy is. They're like, what is it? And it's about understanding something, putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm going to use a quick example. And I know you do it, because I put a poll up on List once about people tooting their horn really quickly, like too quickly before you take off out of the traffic lights. And it happened yesterday where somebody was tooting at this person in the car. And he said that's not going to hurry them along. Obviously, they've got something going on in their car. They've taken the wrong turn, or they're struggling, or they've spilled their coffee, whatever's happening. Tooting that horn is not helping them or making it move quicker. So it's instead like sitting back going, okay, just give them a minute to sort out what they need to do. We're not going to get there any quicker. We all just have to cool our jets and practice a bit of empathy here, yeah?
Great example, Meso.
So get off the horn, Breezer.
Well, I did it the other day, Meso, and we were at the traffic lights and they were green. And I'm like, okay, the car in front of me is not going. And I gave it time.
Yeah.
And I thought he or she hasn't seen the red light. So it was a green light. It was a courteous horn too.
Yes.
But I got the person in front of me did a full arm thing. And I'm like, but I was trying to help you.
Yeah. Isn't it funny, that whole road rage thing? Like, there is a courteous toot. There's just a little.
It wasn't about me. I was like, I'll just give them a little, let them know. But no, they took it wrong.
They got straight neck up. Do you know what I actually do when someone toots their horn at me? I toot back.
Oh, God, I love that.
Yeah, like real aggressive.
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, it's funny. But anyway, I love that empathy, Breezer. I think that's an excellent bit of advice. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
My recommendation is Holly Jones. So she is, I'm just going to quickly look up her handle while I'm talking this. So and I have had this discussion with Holly, and I want to try and deliver this as delicately as I can. She does believe in God, and you will see on her website she does talk about spiritual guidance, and the Holy Spirit is where she's at. Now, I went to a Christian school. I don't practice or believe in God. Whatever floats your boat, but don't be deterred. And Holly has said this. She does understand that people can be a bit deterred seeing that. And I love that about Holly. She's open and knows how it rolls. She doesn't get all godsy on you, but she's amazing at what she does. She's incredible, and I cannot recommend it more highly. And do you know I've just got my period today, good to know, such an oversharer. But that was a big thing. That's one thing I was talking to my therapist about. I was getting so angry prior to my period, and even a day after my period or before, spending a whole day crying, like full depressive mode, like I was completely crippled with, I've just breezed into this period and no emotion. Like I'm so happy. And I'm not to say that I won't bottom out in a few weeks' time, but the shift in my spirituality, what Holly has brought to me, is just so extraordinary. And I just couldn't recommend her more highly. And the other thing that Holly does, and she told me to do, or what came through with her guides, is she said, you need to get your hands dirty. She said, you need to finger paint. Shut up. I love finger painting as a kid, and it is, and Sarah Grimberg and Ben Crow spoke about it in that episode about channeling your inner child, and that's what you need to do. I've gone mad on this whole subject on this at the moment about hobbies, and if you had have asked me a week ago what's your hobby, I would have been like, fuck off. Like, I haven't had a hobby in 100 years. I keep talking about it every year. I write my list of things that I want to do. Never do them. You know, never pick up a hobby. And I always think about what I did as a kid, and I still want to play the musical instrument, do dance classes, get singing lessons, you know, all the things. I never do it. It's trying to find something that you do. Anyway, finger painting. So marched into Officeworks, spent $50 on A3 paper, a few colours, put some tunes on. My sweet mother, Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and the heavens above, and I'm not religious, but I was able to completely be immersed in that moment. It's just intuitive. I haven't got any artistic flair whatsoever, but just I didn't think about anything else. It's like a form of meditation. I was just completely immersed in this, and at the end, I get this beautiful picture.
And it was unreal. Your picture.
Thank you. Colours. Thank you. I did a third one last night. I'm calling it number 3. So I'm going to call them by numbers of how many I've done. And it's just stunning. It's so freeing. Takes no time at all. Well, you can spend as little or as much time as you want to, but just to be in completely thinking about nothing else but that, because my mind has just been on loop for so long. So, yeah, it's extraordinary. Get your hands dirty. Just get the inner child. Yeah.
I'm going to do that, mate.
Amazing. Yes, get some finger painting. It's so fun.
I am.
It's so fun. You're welcome.
Recommending that.
And Holly's is love.thy.spirit on Instagram. But you can I'll put a reco up as well. She's amazing.
Awesome. Solid reco there, mate. So solid.
Solid ep.
Solid ep. Yes. I've enjoyed that. We got a few new things out of that.
I learned so much as well on your birthday, on your 100 days sobriety.
1 year.
What did I say?
100 days.
I ripped you off. 265.
We are out of here. We'll be back in your holes next week. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you so much, Altina. We love your support, and we love all our listeners' feedback. So tell your mates, tell everyone, get amongst it.
Just a love fest. Congratulations, Bree. We're so proud of you. Bloody love you.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is proudly produced by our audio engineer, music extraordinaire, Eric Ladd.
We love you, Eric.